Before moving on further, nouns related konjam example questions paakalam. The first exercise that we are going to do is differentiate proper nouns and common nouns. So we saw that proper nouns are a name given to a specific person, place or thing. Common nouns are words used to name general things rather than giving a specific name. So pause the video here and try to find out the answer. Okay, so ipa nama idukku answers paaka porom. The first sentence is English is my favorite subject. In the sentence la English abdingiradha proper noun and the word subject is the common noun. That's because English is the name of a specific subject and the word subject is a noun used to generally categorize. Moving on to the second example. James is a famous magician. In the sentence la James is the proper noun and magician is the common noun because James is the name of a person and magician is a noun used to describe something in general. The third example is she is living in London. In the sentence la London is the proper noun because it's the name of a specific place. The fourth example is India got independence on the 15th of August 1947. In the sentence la the nouns India and August both are proper nouns because India is the name of a specific country and August is the name of a specific month. Now moving on to the fifth example. He is a doctor. In the sentence la doctor is a common noun because it does not mention anything in specific. The last example is I like mango juice but my brother likes coffee. In the sentence la the nouns mango juice, brother and coffee, all of these are common nouns because you don't mention anything in specific in all these cases. So ipa nama adutha exercise dhaan paaka porom, that is differentiate countable nouns and uncountable nouns. So countable nouns அப்படினா எந்தெல்லாம் பொருட்களை நம்மளால எண்ண முடியுதோ அதுதான் countable nouns அப்படின்னு சொன்னோம். எதெல்லாம் எண்ண முடியாதோ அது uncountable nouns. So வீடியோ பாஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இதுக்கு ஆன்சர்ஸ் கண்டுபிடிக்க ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. So let me tell you the answers for these questions. The first one is the milk is on the table. In the sentence la the word milk is a uncountable noun and table is a countable noun. That's because you can't count milk but you can count table. So keep this in mind, any liquid comes under uncountable noun. The second example is there is a book in my bag. In the sentence la book, bag இது ரெண்டுமே countable nouns தான் because we can count a book and a bag. அதனால இதுதான் இது countable nouns. The third example is this water is filtered by a purifier. As I told you, any liquid comes under uncountable nouns. That is why water is uncountable. And purifier அப்படிங்கிற noun நம்மளால count பண்ண முடியும் and that makes it a countable noun. The fourth example is I have 3 friends. In the sentence la friends அப்படிங்கிற noun it's a countable noun because you can count how many friends you have. And the next example is ghee is taken from milk. In the sentence la both ghee and milk, both these nouns are uncountable nouns because you can't count ghee and milk obviously. And the last example is we need to breathe fresh air. Idhula air abdingiradha noun and it is also an uncountable noun because you can't count air. You can't see air but only feel it. So nama adutha exercise dhaan paaka porom, that is differentiate abstract and concrete nouns. In the sentences la irukra nouns edu abstract edu concrete அப்படினு கண்டுபிடிக்க ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. Pause the video and try to complete these. So let's see the answers. The first one is we have 10 fingers in our hands. In the sentence la the nouns fingers and hands, both of these are concrete noun because you can touch them. And the next example is the family was in excitement to see the baby. In the sentence la the noun excitement is an example of abstract noun because you cannot touch it but only you can feel it. And the third example is this truck is carrying goods. In the example la truck is an example of concrete noun because you can touch the truck. The fourth one similarly, the wall is painted blue. In the example the noun wall is a concrete noun because you can touch it. The fifth one, I am filled with happiness on account of my birthday. இதில் happiness அப்படிங்கிற noun, it's an abstract noun because you can't touch happiness but only you can feel it. That's why happiness is an abstract noun. The sixth one is Shobha narrated a story about fearlessness. In the sentence la fearlessness அப்படிங்கிற noun, it's an abstract noun because even in this case you can't touch fearlessness but only you can feel it. Okay, now moving on to the next exercise, that is pick out the collective nouns. Collective nouns அப்படின்னா ஒரு collection of things describe பண்றதுக்காக யூஸ் பண்ற noun தான் collective nouns. வீடியோ பாஸ் பண்ணிட்டு இதுக்கு ஆன்சர்ஸ் கண்டுபிடிக்க ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. So let's see the answers for these. The first question is, there was a herd of cattle crossing the river when we went to the animal sanctuary. In the sentence la herd of cattle is the collective nouns. ஒரு கூட்டம் அதை denote பண்றதுக்கு தான் இங்க herd அப்படினு யூஸ் பண்றோம். A herd of cattle. The second question is, the man is carrying a bundle of sticks. In the example la bundle of sticks அப்படிங்கிறது தான் collective noun. The reason is it denotes a collection of sticks. The third example is, I ate a bowl of rice and took 2 baskets of fruits for the sick. In the sentence la bowl of rice and baskets of fruits, இந்த ரெண்டும் தான் collective nouns. The fourth sentence is, there were a gang of criminals who looted the bank. இதில் gang of criminals is the collective noun. The last and the fifth question is, I found a bunch of keys hanging in the wardrobe. இதில் bunch of keys, a collection of keys, is the collective noun in this sentence. The next exercise, pick out the compound nouns. Compound nouns அப்படின்னா collection of 2 words which join together to form a new noun is a compound noun. Pause the video and try to complete the answers. So let's see the answers now. The first question is, washing machines are very useful to clean clothes. In the sentence la washing machines is the compound noun because it's a collection of 2 words, washing and machine, and they join to form a noun, a new noun, which is the washing machine. The second example is, he is the watchman of this building. In the example la watchman is the compound noun because it's a collection of 2 words, watch and man. Both these words join to form a new noun, that is watchman. The third one is, the children are scribbling on the blackboard. In the sentence la blackboard is the compound noun because it's a collection of 2 words, black and board. The fourth example is, the meteorological department predicts rainfall. In the sentence la rainfall is the compound noun because it's a collection of 2 words, rain and fall. The fifth example is, I like to play football and basketball. In the sentence la the nouns football and basketball are both compound nouns. The last example is, he is my best friend. In the sentence la the noun best friend is a compound noun. So இப்போ வரைக்கும் நம்ம nouns regarding கொஞ்சம் exercises பார்த்தோம். Now we'll see exercises regarding verbs. The first exercise that we are going to see is identify regular and irregular verbs. எந்த verbs எல்லாம் அதோட simple present tenseலேருந்து past tense இல்லை past participleக்கு மாற்றும்போ base verb கூட லாஸ்ட்டில் ed இல்லைனா d சேர்க்குறோமோ அதுதான் regular verbs அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம். And irregular verbs are those verbs which do not follow this rule. So pause the video and try to find the answers for these questions. இப்போ இதுக்கு answers பார்க்கலாம். The first question is, the students danced on the stage. இந்த சென்டென்ஸில் verb என்னன்னா danced. இந்த verb edல முடியறனால இது ஒரு regular verb. The second example is, she sang a song in the party. இதில் sang is the verb. This verb does not end in ed or d. அதனால இது ஒரு irregular verb. The third example is, the examination began 10 minutes late. இதில் began is the verb and இதுவுமே ed இல்லை dல end ஆகலை, அதனால இதுவும் ஒரு irregular verb. The fourth one is, they played the match today. இதில் verb என்னன்னா played. Played அப்படிங்கிறது it ends with ed That is why it's a regular verb. The fifth example is, the train stopped here due to a signal failure. In the sentence, stopped is the verb. It ends in ed. அதனால இது ஒரு regular verb. The sixth and the last example is, he lifted the weight with ease. இதில் lifted அப்படிங்கிறது தான் verb. இதுவும் edல end ஆகுறனால இதுவும் ஒரு example of regular verb. ஸோ நம்ம இப்போ அடுத்த எக்ஸசைஸ் போக போகிறோம். that is, identify transitive and intransitive verbs in these sentences. ஒரு சென்டென்ஸில் இருக்கிற வேர்பை ஃபாலோ பண்ணி if there is an object and only then the sentence makes perfect sense, then that verb is a transitive verb. And in those sentences where verbs follow பண்ணி எந்த ஆப்ஜெக்டும் இல்லை and still it gives perfect sense அப்படின்னா that is an intransitive verb. ஸோ வீடியோவை பாஸ் பண்ணிவிட்டு ஆன்சர் கண்டுபிடிக்க ட்ரை பண்ணுங்க. இந்த கொஸ்டின்ஸ்க்கு இப்போ ஆன்சர்ஸ் பார்க்கலாம். The first one is, the kids are playing. In the sentence, you can very clearly see that there are no objects. But this sentence still gives a perfect sense. Adnala, in the verb or intransitive verb. Look at the second example. She bought a Barbie doll. In the sentence, bought is the verb and அதை follow பண்ணி you have an object. So, ஒருவேளை அந்த object எடுத்துட்டா, the sentence will be she bought. And this sentence seems quite incomplete. She bought what? அப்படின்னு நம்மளுக்கு கேட்கணும்னு தோணுது. So, இந்த sentence incomplete இருக்கிறனால this verb is a transitive verb. The third example is, she likes to play. In the sentence, likes is the verb, and as we discussed earlier, to play is a noun in this case. It is an example of an infinitive. So, likes is the verb and to play is the object here. So, if I stop the sentence with she likes, you feel like asking she likes what? Adanala, this sentence is also transitive because you need an object to give a complete meaning to that sentence. The fourth example is, he played the match today. In the sentence, played is the verb, and if I stop the sentence with he played, the sentence seems incomplete. He played what? அப்படின்னு நம்மளுக்கு கேட்கணும்னு தோணுது. அதனால you need an object to complete the sentence. அதனால this is an example of transitive verb. And the fifth sentence is, the rain stopped immediately. இதில் stopped is the verb. If I stop the sentence with the rain stopped, then this gives perfect sense. The rain stopped what அப்படின்னு நம்மளுக்கு கேட்க தோணாது because this sentence is complete itself. அதனால the verb used is intransitive. The sixth one is, Lily cried profusely. இதில் cried is the verb. If I stop the sentence with Lily cried, it gives perfect sense and this sentence doesn't need any object to give a perfect sense. Adanala, this verb is also intransitive. The seventh one is, he lifted the weight with ease. In the sentence, lifted is the verb. If I stop the sentence with he lifted, it doesn't give proper sense. He lifted what அப்படின்னு நம்மளுக்கு கேட்க தோணுது. அதனால you need an object to give complete meaning to that sentence. அதனால this verb is transitive. So அடுத்த exercise என்னன்னா, find the finite and non-finite verbs in these sentences. Finite verbs அப்படின்னா verbs which show tense and they change with respect to the subject. And non-finite verbs do not change with respect to the subject and they do not show any tense. Pause the video and try to complete the answers. So in the questions ki answers paaka porom. The first one is, Mary ate burger. In the sentence ate அப்படிங்கிறது தான் verb. இந்த verb past tense denote பண்ணுது. கடந்த காலத்தை குறிக்கிறனால இது ஒரு finite verb. Second example பாருங்க, he wants to go to school. இந்த sentenceல wants அதுவும் subject தான், to go subject தான். But wants is finite and to go is non-finite and the type of non-finite verb is infinitive. Infinitive தான் நம்ம to plus verb அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம். So to go is an infinitive. The third example is, she is playing in the garden. In the sentence is playing. இது ரெண்டுமே verbs தான். Is the finite verb and playing is the non-finite verb and it is an example of infinitive. The fourth example is, he won the match today. இதில் one அப்படிங்கிறது தான் verb and this verb denotes tense, that is past tense. அதனால இது ஒரு finite verb. The fifth one is the bus started at 10 o'clock. இதில் started is the verb, it denotes past tense. அதனால இது ஒரு finite verb. The next example is we found him crying all day. இதில் found, crying இது ரெண்டுமே verbs தான், but found is the finite verb and crying is the non-finite verb. And the type of non-finite verb is participles. So I repeat, found is the finite verb and crying is the non-finite verb. The last example is I went to the resort yesterday. இந்த சென்டென்ஸில் went அப்படிங்கிறது தான் verb and இது tense denote பண்ணுது, past tense. அதனால this is also an example of a finite verb. The last exercise that we are going to see with regard to verbs is identify gerunds and infinitives in the following sentences. ஒரு சென்டென்ஸில் இருக்கிற verb, if they act as a noun and end in ing, then such verbs are called gerunds. And what are infinitives? Infinitives are of the form to plus verb. So pause the video and try to find the answers for these. இப்போ இதுக்கான answers பார்க்கலாம். The first question is swimming helps to tone up muscles. In the sentence, swimming is of the form verb plus ing, and in the sentence it's acting as a noun and not as a verb. So this word swimming is an example of a gerund. The second one is he stopped smoking. In the sentence, smoking is acting as a noun and not as a verb, and it is of the form verb plus ing, so this is also an example of gerund. The third one is she likes to play in the garden. இதில் to play is of the form to plus verb, and so that is why it's a infinitive. The fourth one is he wants a bat to play. In the sentence, to play is the infinitive because it's of the form to plus verb. The fifth one is I found the subject interesting to learn. In the sentence, to learn is of the form to plus verb, so it is an infinitive. The sixth one is jogging every morning keeps you energetic. In the sentence, the word jogging is of the form verb plus ing, and in this case it acts as a noun and not as a verb, so this is an example of gerund.